Thanks for visiting Buffzone.com. My name is Kyle Ringo. I'm the CU beat writer for the Daily Camera newspaper. Joining me as usual is veteran Daily Camera sports columnist Neil Welk. Today we're going to talk about the Buffs playing at Kansas this Saturday. It's the battle to avoid being in the basement of the Big 12 North, although Iowa State still needs a win to get out of the basement as well.
What it looks like is the Big 12 North is a couple of good teams, Nebraska, Missouri, and then everybody else is trying to avoid being the bottom of the barrel. If the Colorado Buffaloes can go out to KU and beat the Fighting Manginos this week, then that should prevent them from finishing last in the Big 12 North this year, which is at least something to play for, and it's something for them to go out there and play well against a team that's had a pretty good offense all year in Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas does have a good offense. They have a great running game with John Cornish, the tailback out there. I think he ran for 196 yards last week. And, Coach Hawkins says that he likes Cornish a lot. He calls him a tough guy, says he's the kind of back that, he'd like to have on his team. And it's strength on strength this week with the Buffs. The Buffs are good at stopping the run, obviously, on defense, and Kansas excels at running the ball on offense. So whoever wins that battle might win this game.
Oh, and you have to remember, there's something at stake here for Dan Hawkins, too. Dan Hawkins can go out and get his first win in Lawrence, Kansas this week. If Dan Hawkins can win in Lawrence, Kansas, that will be one more victory in Lawrence than CU basketball coach Ricardo Patton has managed in 10 years. So that's something for Hawk to look forward to.
Speaking of Ricardo, next week we're actually going to talk about basketball for the first time.
That's right. We can talk about basketball and the young Buffs and Richard Roby. And picked to finish last in the Big 12. That sounds like a familiar tune. We're going to be singing all year long. It'd be fun to be the beat writer for the Colorado Buffaloes now.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the Kansas game. The Kansas defense is giving up 400 yards a game, and it should be a good opportunity for the Buffs offense to get back on track after a rough game against Oklahoma last week.
Yeah, the game against Oklahoma was just terrible. They didn't play well, but if you look back, they haven't played well against Oklahoma in I don't know how long as far as offense. In fact, I looked it up the other day, and I think, can you tell me the last person who scored a Colorado Buffalo who scored a touchdown against the Oklahoma Sooners?
I'm going to say Chris Brown, maybe.
I was going to say Jeremy Bloom, who returned a punt for a touchdown in the Big 12 championship game in 2002. And then since then, they've managed a couple of field goals against the Oklahoma Sooners.
Well, at least I had the season right.
You did have the season right. But, the offense, you're right. This is a great chance for the offense to get back on track. It's a chance for Bernard Jackson to work on the passing game, to get a little bit better, to start recognizing the defenses, and do some good things. And that's what they have to look at the rest of this year as an opportunity to get better.
Yeah, I would imagine that Bernard will see a lot of blitzing again this week. The two teams that have blitzed him the most this season have been Oklahoma and Colorado State. He hasn't fared well in either one of those games. And he actually came out and dared, the Buffs' final four opponents to blitz him after the Oklahoma game. Said he reviewed tape of that game and saw how many open receivers he missed, and he wants a chance to redeem himself.
Yeah, he does. He wants a chance to redeem himself, and so we'll see next week. I think they're going to go out there and win. I think this is a great chance for him to get back and win a game and start feeling good about themselves again. And so, we'll see next week. But I'm going to do what I've been doing all year long and predict another victory for the Colorado Buffaloes.
That's a shocker.
Well, check with us next week, and we'll see which one of us is right. It's going to be me.
We're back on Buffzone television, and while the Colorado football team is struggling to win anything this season, the university hasn't been completely shut out.
Yeah, we want to give a shout out here to the University of Colorado's Mass Communications and Journalism School and Tony Perry. Last weekend, Tony and his crew won an Emmy Award at the State Awards Banquet in Denver, and we'd like to get Tony on here if he'd actually walk behind us and show us his. There he is.
Well, here we go. It's the Emmy Award, and this is something CU won their first Emmy, I think, in about 5 years for the School of Journalism and Mass Communication. And just to say congratulations to David Talkin, Nathan Gong, and Nick Ernst. Those are the three guys who produced a project for our class, and Stephen Jones is the one who submitted it to the Emmy Awards, and we won. How about that, you guys?
See,
congratulations.
Congratulations. What that means is that not every Saturday is a losing effort for the Buffaloes. That once in a while some good things do happen on Saturdays, and we'd really like to congratulate Tony and his crew for winning that award. It's
Thanks,
a cool
guys.
deal.
Yeah, it's great. And congratulations to you guys with Buffzone number 9 episode. I think you're doing a great job.
And actually, Tony's the one that actually makes this halfway presentable. He's taken a couple of stiffs like us, especially like Ringo here, and actually makes us look halfway decent.
Yeah.
You really. Okay.
All righty. Well, that says it all.